Okay, well, finally back here. Just need a little bit of a break. I stare at a computer for like 18 hours a day. So, anyway, the first thing I did tonight was just I watched some basketball or whatever. I guess this was this afternoon, but I had it DVR'd. But what's interesting is this game here, Cavs versus the Bulls. At halftime, the score was 49-45. So both numbers I've talked about. And the Cavaliers ended up winning 86-84. Now, I talked about how I think it's going to be Golden State and the Bulls. I still think it's going to be that. It might be different, and I'll show you why in a minute. Not so much with the Cavs. The Cavs, I talked about how they're going to make LeBron be like Michael Jordan because he's 23, and then they don't have a Monstar anymore, and everything's been revolving around Space Jam. But anyway, so uh, the Bulls won, or the Cavs won on LeBron James made a buzzer beater, but the score, the Bulls scored. It was 84-82, and Derrick Rose drove it in and made a layup, and he's tied the game 84-84 with exactly 8.4 seconds left. I mean, what are the odds of that? So then LeBron James went down, and there was 1.5 seconds left, and he made a buzzer beater to give the Cavs the win, 86-84. But LeBron James was born in 84, so it was 84-84. The guy born in 84 wins the game on a buzzer beater. So the Cavs won 86-84. It was game four. If you add up game four, it actually adds up to 86, and the Cavs had 86. May 10th adds up to 106. And if you break this down to a date, 10/6, October 6th, there's 86 days left until the end of the year. And then, so he went on a buzzer beater, which is 149, and I talked about 149 is flux capacitor. Buzzer beater is BB, which is 88, 22, and 55. Yeah, so I guess I just looked at this for a few minutes. I just found all that stuff. But I also wanted to talk about the Clippers. The Clippers seem to be on a roll. And I I didn't think they're going to win, but I'm starting to question it now. I talked about how they had DeAndre Jordan, and like I said, it's about Space Jam, and they have a Jordan, and then Matt Barnes is number 22, which is would be the Bill Murray. So I don't know what they're going to do. Like I said, I still think Golden State is going to win it. But interesting thing I noticed the other night, Austin Rivers had his best game in the ever, whatever, a career high playoff game and whatnot. And it's kind of weird that he got, how he came to the Clippers and he wasn't that great, and everybody was confused as to why he came there anyway. But anyway, just let me show you what I'm thinking anyway. I guess I'm not really quite sure what with it or how to go. Like, since Rivers is whatever, maybe they're building him up. I mean, he only had the one good game, but all I can think about is you got Jordan, and since Revelation equals 49, and that's the end and whatnot, I thought maybe they might do some Bible kind of things with the story. So you got like rivers of Jordan, and then the Jordan River. Also, Chris Paul could maybe represent Paul the Apostle. Then you got Griffin, who could somehow be something to do with the Griffin, like the half lion, half eagle character thing. I guess I could go more in depth with it, and then you also have Matt Barnes, who starts, because Rivers doesn't actually start. It's J.J. Redick, who is a Duke player, and Duke has been a huge thing. They won. I said there's something to do with the code word Duke, I think, El Duce or whatever. But Matt Barnes, his initials are MB, and he's also number 22. And in Space Jam, Bill Murray is number 22. So, like, the mirror of MB would be BM, Bill Murray, just throwing it out there. Who knows? Like I said, I don't even really know what to even say about it. I just think they might be somehow running with a somewhat of a biblical story. And I just haven't had time to really do some research and put it all together. Or who knows, though? Like I said, just a thought I had. when I seen that Rivers started owning. Rivers also is 22 years old, which has been pretty significant. Um, it says so the trade too that I was talking about. Who he was also a Duke player too. That's what's kind of another interesting thing. So he was also a Duke player. So interesting that he has one good game. We'll see. I mean, I know tonight the Clippers just murdered the Rockets, so I guess it wasn't really any time to shine, I guess. But anyway, it says here. Let's see here. I just want to find about the trade or whatever. So on January 12th of this year, he was traded to the Celtics. So January 12th is 1, 1, 2, 11, 2, 22. Another interesting thing, I haven't made up the graph. I have it all written down. I just was going to type it all up, but it just takes too long, and I just didn't want to do it tonight. But I've been taking the dates, like January 12th would be 1/12, and then you add 112 days to it. And it actually it adds up to May 4th, which is 5/4, love, 54. So kind of interesting that he got traded to the Celtics that day. But he didn't become a Clipper until he got traded again 3 days later. And then he ended up becoming a Clipper, and his first game was on January 16th. And he was, him and his dad are the first son. He's the first son to play for his father in an NBA game. And interesting, then, January 16th actually adds up to 214. 214, Valentine's Day. And then it says on February 21st, which is 221, the mirror of 122, a big number I've talked about with San Francisco and the Golden State Warriors and whatnot. But he scored 28 points. They won 129-98. But then on May 8th is the game I'm talking about where he had 25 points in the playoff game. But just interesting that his career high game for the Clippers, or just in general career high, was on 221, which also is the 52nd day. You got Michael Jordan, who's 52 this year. A ton of stuff I talked about before. So anyway, the last thing I'm going to talk about was DeAndre Jordan. If you add up DeAndre Jordan, it actually adds up to 113, just like Michael Jordan. So just kind of interesting. Matt Barnes actually adds up to 113 as well. And then Bill Murray adds up to 131, just kind of a jumble of the numbers. So just, I don't know, just some interesting things that I noticed. Gonna leave it at that. Anyway, just have a good night.